I'm Vicki Diemert. I am the counseling director here at Redemption Gateway, and we are finishing up our series on Lament. I wanted to actually read a lament. We're going to read from Psalm 102, verses 1 through 11. It says, "A prayer of an afflicted person who has grown weak and pours out a lament before the Lord. Hear my prayer, O Lord. Let my cry come to you. Do not hide your face from me in the day of my distress. Incline your ear to me. Answer me speedily in the day when I call. For my days pass away like smoke, and my bones burn like a furnace. My heart is struck down like grass and has withered. I forget to eat my bread. Because of my loud groaning, my bones cling to my flesh. I am like a desert owl of the wilderness, like an owl of the waste places. I lie awake. I am like a lonely sparrow on the housetop. All the day my enemies taunt me. Those who deride me use my name for a curse. For I eat ashes like bread and mingle tears with my drink. Because of your indignation and anger, for you have taken me up and thrown me down. My days are like an evening shadow. I wither away like grass." Without even knowing the full context of this, we can tell that this is the words and the voice of somebody that's in pain. And they're experiencing something hard. And it's the word of the Lord to us. Does this word of the Lord give voice to your experience? Have you ever been so distressed or in pain that you forgot to eat or couldn't eat? Have you lied awake at night and felt alone? Have you cried so much that it got into your food or soaked your pillow? Have you ever felt like you've been thrown aside? Have you experienced enemies? You're not alone in your pain. And it's not a mistake that these words are in Scripture. The fact that they are here shows us that God himself understands what we're going through. And he invites us to bring the hard things to him. There's an implicit invitation to fill in the verses with our own personal specifics. And it doesn't mean that the situation or the circumstances will change, but there will be transformation that happens when we dialogue with God. The next section of the psalm goes on to say truths about God and what he does, his character and his promises. And yet these truths gain power and relevance and hope in the context of the lament, in the context of what is wrong. So often we'll rush through the first half of the psalm or the first part of the pain to get to the turning point, if there is one, in the psalm. And yet perhaps it's in the dwelling and pondering of the experience of the pain, that in the beginning verses, that the following verses really come to life. So often we want to bypass the pain and go straight to the healing, but healing won't come to something that we won't acknowledge is hurting us. So we may vary in how we lament, how long, the way we do it. But one thing remains the same is God's posture towards us. And what comfort that Scripture not only gives words to our pain, but also connects us to Jesus, who had enemies. He experienced the pain of betrayal. He humbled himself and took on the form of a servant and came in human likeness. We are intimately connected to the one that was despised and rejected, and who's also healer and redeemer, and who makes all things new.